to video it. So I want you guys to find my mistake. You guys ready to find my mistake? And people who've already been here today can't do that. Packer, why is your Chromebook open? Huh? Why is your Chromebook open? Yeah, no, close that now, please. You can see what your grades are. It's on that paper. Okay, so I'm going to make two mistakes on this. Okay? This is actual work from a large portion of my students. So we have 2x plus 16 equals 10x. Okay, this is a two-step linear equation. I think this might have been the one from your quiz, but I don't remember. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing.
Nope. You can't do that. Oh. What?
I'm doing it on the board. You darn well better believe I have seen this a lot.
Ooh.
Brooklyn, what's the first mistake?
You can't subtract 16 from 10x.
You can't subtract 16. Remember, this is like 2 bags of marbles and 16 individual marbles. And then 10 bags of marbles. You can't subtract marbles from bags of marbles. It just doesn't work. We don't know what x equals. You can't do this. So what we should have instead, let's say we had this same problem over here, 2x plus 16 equals 10x. What should we have instead? What should our first step be instead? We're going to not subtract 16 from both sides, which we're not because we can't combine a 6 and an x. And then what should I have done differently?
You need to subtract the x's first from each side.
Okay, so which one am I subtracting?
You're subtracting 2x.
Okay, so let's subtract 2x. Remember, there's an invisible plus sign over here, okay? So we've got minus 2x, and that gives me 16 equals, what's 10 minus 2?
8.
8x. Did you get this one wrong, Gideon?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you and actually everybody else. This is why we're doing this. So, guys, oh my gosh, you people are killing me. All right, then what happened here? This is also, there's more wrong to this. The wrongness continues. Who can find the next bit of wrong?
You forgot one of the x's.
It magically disappeared. Can x's magically disappear?
No.
Look, we've got 2x divided by 2 equals x. That part's good. That's lovely. And then negative 6x divided by 2 is negative 3, and the x magically disappears. Is that okay for an x to magically disappear?
No.
No, it would have been 3x. But the x guys, negatives magically disappear. X's are magically disappearing. You need to be mathematicians, not magicians. Yes, Eli.
Can the x be like x equals 3x plus, 17?
That's a legitimate problem. X equals 3x plus 17. That could happen. I don't see why it couldn't. Okay, maybe you should wait to find out how we do today before you start today. All right, and then over here, of course, we just divide by a. We divide by a, and x equals 2, right? Over here, we should have gotten x equals negative 3x, which would have meant that x equals 0, which would have been wrong because we subtracted funny up here. You guys going to see the next one I'm seeing? You guys ready to find the next mistake?
Sure.
Okay. By the way, despite doing this on the board, there are still kids who are in second period who are trying to subtract like 8 from 7x or whatever. So watch yourselves. Don't do that. Okay. I see this one so much. Oh my gosh, I see this one so much. Okay. We have 5x plus 15 equals 8x. Okay, I'm just going to solve this the way my students are solving it. last one.
Dang it.
That's
Eli.
Wait.
Brooklyn also found the last one, so let's see if we can
Oh,
get
yeah.
not Brooklyn and not Evan. What did they do?
Wait, why is it should be subtracted by 15? Wait.
No, because we've got X's. We wanted to get the X over with the X, so we got the X over with the X, so that's good. Yeah, we wanted, that was good. We combined our X's, so we didn't do what we did on the last one. Anybody see it besides Brooklyn? I'm going to give you guys another second, and then we'll let Brooklyn do it.
Oh, I see.
Eli, what?
Should be subtracted, not added.
This is already positive. And then they added it. Guys, what's 5X plus 5X? 10X. It is not. If you have 5 cookies, let's say that X equals cookie. You have 5 cookies, and I give you 5 more cookies. You don't magically suddenly have 0 cookies, right? We had 5 cookies. We give ourselves 5 more cookies, and this person's trying to tell me that the cookies all went away. Now, they might have eaten the cookies, but that would be subtraction, right? So you have 5 cookies. It should be, let's do this correctly in blue. You have 5 cookies plus 15 equals 8X. These are actually bags of cookies. We should subtract 5X. I will say that whoever did this did do a good job adding 8 plus 5 is 13, so they did a good job there. Those go away now. 15 equals 3X instead of 15 equals 13X. We're going to divide both sides by 3. This step was good. They divided by 13. They divided by 13. 15 divided by 13 is totally 1.15, but the problem is they added here when they should have subtracted. So, and then we get 5 equals X. Now, an interesting thing, though, if you take this wrong answer and you substitute it back in, 5 times 1.15 plus 15 does not equal 8 times 1.15. So it won't work, right? So you can always double check your answers by substituting them back in. Okay. Are you guys ready for a different 3 steps?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Remember last week we did like 2 times x minus 4 equals 7x, and we solved those and we distributed the 2 on through, right? So 3 steps. Today we're also doing 3 steps, but it's a different 3 steps. Not the same 3 steps. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do an example, and then I'm going to do 2 from your assignment. Jose, which ones did I do on the board for you guys yesterday? Or not yesterday, last class period.
3 and 8.
I did 3 and 8, so I'll do 3 and 8 for you guys again.
Yeah, 3 and 8.
I'll do 3 and 8. That way I'm doing the same ones for every class. Okay. Give me numbers!
4.
Give me another number!
21. 17.
X. Well, Y.
Woo! Okay.
I don't know if this is
It's not gonna be pretty.
Can we point something?
It's gonna be decimally. Are we okay with decimally?
Yes.
we are.
We can do decimally.
Yes, John.
We have calculators. Yes, you can use a calculator unless you ask me. Okay. Well, crap. I have X's and numbers all over the stupid place. How do I do this? What do you guys think? Subtract, just subtract
Yeah.
all the things.
No, subtract 9x from 9x, and then subtract 9x from 4x.
Okay, that's an option. Why did you want to do that?
To get rid of the 9x.
Good. So she is saying she wants to get this 9x over with the 4x, right?
Yeah, and then
Could you, though? Could you get the 4x over with the 9x?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Why don't you want to? Okay.
I don't want to do it backwards.
From a mathematical perspective, does it matter which direction you go?
No.
Is one way going to be easier than the other way?
Yeah, most
Yeah.
likely.
Maybe actually. So we could take the 9x to the right, or we could take the 4x to the left. Brooklyn passionately wants to take the 9x to the right. Does anybody really want to take the 4x to the left? Evan is a dissenter. Raise your hand if you want to take the 9x left.
Just
That's what Brooklyn wants to do. You said you didn't want to
Oh,
do
wait.
that.
Oh, I thought you meant.
You're taking the 9x. Oh, wait,
That's
right.
the
It's
wrong
back.
That's right. I thought.
This is my left. No, this is my left. This is left over here. Okay, so you want to take the 9x right. Raise your hand if you want to take the 9x right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Raise your hand if you want to take the 4x left.
2.
In all honesty, if it was me, I would have done that. But whatever.
That's you.
Now we have a negative.
There are reasons.
It's okay if we have a negative.
Yeah, I would have avoided the negative simply because you guys tend to negatives vanish. But if you guys want to have a negative, because students are doing their work and they magically lose negatives. And you have a stinky look on your face, but I guarantee you, you've either done it or you're going to do it eventually. If you haven't already lost a negative, you will. I lose negatives. Okay, but that's all right. We're taking the 9x this side. So I've got to get this 9x over with its home buddy 4x. So I'm going to subtract it. Those go away.
Yep.
What am I left with on this left side?
Negative 10
Negative 10. Just by itself, no x's.
equals.
What is 4x minus 9x?
Negative 3x.
That is wrong.
I mean,
What
Negative
is
5x.
I was reading mine.
negative 5x? And then I bring down the 21. I've noticed a couple kids today have forgotten to bring down their equal sign. Don't lose your equal sign. You'll just have a mess of numbers and you won't know what.
Divide by negative 10.
Okay, so why would I divide by negative 10?
Because there's.
Divide? You can't do that yet.
Mathematically, could we divide by negative 10?
Yes.
Yes. Why would you want to do
But-
that? Help me understand, Eli.
Because there's an x on one side, but there isn't on the other.
Hey, but the negative 10 isn't multiplied by x. So does that do us any good to divide by negative 10? No, it doesn't do us any good. I'm not calling on you right now. I mean, you can keep it up, and then Evan, put your hand down too. So I'm not calling on people right now. I need you guys to just be quiet and listen, okay? So we have a negative 10 on this side. We have an x term, and we have a not x term. We need to get this not x term over here with this thing that is also not an x term. I'm going to choose a popsicle stick.
Choose
So-
me.
Well, let's see. Where are my sticks of destiny for this class? There they are.
The sticks of destiny.
The sticks of destiny. Choose Jonathan. All right, we have a plus 21. So we are adding 21. What undoes addition to get this guy over here? Subtracting 21.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so those go away. What's negative 10 minus 21?
Positive 31.
That is wrong.
Oh wait, no, I did.
It is 10 degrees below zero, and it gets 21 degrees colder. It is not suddenly positive 31 degrees.
Wait.
It is negative 31 degrees. They just cancel
What?
school and we go home.
Why don't we do plus 10?
Oh, and I'm thinking multiplication.
Why don't
That's
you do plus 10 to get the 10, negative 10 out of there, and then add it to the 21?
That would be an extra step. We just need to get the numbers away from the variables.
Wait, do we divide now?
Like, Brooklyn, what you're saying is if we have negative 10 equals negative 5x plus 21, I could 100% add 10 to both sides. That is mathematically completely legal. Now I have 0 equals negative 5x plus 31. I haven't separated my x's and my not x's. The point of doing this is to separate our x's and our not x's. So while you could do that, should you do that?
No.
Really not, probably. I mean, you could sit there adding and dividing and multiplying crap onto this all day long if you want to. I don't think you should, but you could. Okay, so I'm going to bring down a negative 5x. Okay, I have a negative 5 times x. I still need to get this x alone. We have one step left, and Nathan is not going to tell me, and neither is Sarsha. And so,
I will.
Evan will.
Yes. Okay, so you divide both sides by negative 5.
Divide by negative 5. What is, okay, so these guys cancel. Boom, and I'm left with x. What's negative 31 divided by negative 5? Evan.
6.2.
Positive or negative?
Negative, positive, excuse me.
How do you know it's positive?
Because two negatives when you divide make it
Negative
positive.
divided by a negative is a positive. Okay, so we added in another step. First, we've got to deal with our x's. Then we've got to deal with our numbers, and then we're able to divide. So it's 3 steps. It's a different 3 steps, but you still only have 3 steps. Except for number 3, technically you have 4. So let's do number 3.
Oh, you broke the law. It's 3 steps, but now it's 4. How dare you?
I know.
Oh, is number 3 that 4-step problem?
Yeah, but the first step is super easy, so it only counts as like 0.4 steps, and when you round it, it's fine. Packer, will you close that door, please? Okay, so we have x. This is number 3. X plus 4x minus 7 equals 16 plus 3x. Okay, so I've got 2 x's on this side. How am I going to deal with that? What do I do here, guys? What do you think?
You do
Start by getting rid of the
minus-
x's.
Well, no.
minus
Well.
4x from.
No, that's not a good first step, because then we still have an x over here.
Okay,
Oh.
then subtract x from x.
No, because then we still have an x over there.
Add those x's together. That's your
Add
first
the
step.
x's together. Guys, simplify it by combining some like terms. What's x plus 4x?
5x.
So we're going to rewrite this as 5x minus 7 equals 16 plus 3x. Now we can go through
Oh, no, this is
and
easy.
do. Now it's just exactly like the last problem. All right, I have a 5 and a 3. Do I want to get the 3 on that side to the left, or do I want to get the 5 to the right?
To the right.
You want to get the 5 to the right? Do you like negative numbers?
I mean,
If you get the 3 to the left, you don't have a negative. If you get the 5 to the right, you do.
Is it okay if we have a negative?
well, isn't
It's
it
okay if you
easier-
have a negative. It's just that you're more likely to make a mistake. I am telling you right now, the more negatives you have in your problem, the more likely you are to make a mistake. So let's get the last time we had a negative. This time let's not. So let's subtract the 3x. If you really have a burning desire to subtract the 5x, do it. I don't care. Minus 3x. So what's 5x minus 3x?
2x.
2x. Negative 7 comes down for fun. These go away, and I'm left with 16. So I'm going to draw popsicle sticks of destiny. There's one, and she's not here. Okay. So, Johnny. I just flipped the sticks. Everybody's fair game again. I have 2x minus 7. I want to get this 7 over with this 16. It is subtracted. One undoes subtraction. Addition. So I'm going to add 7 to both sides. And I get, what's 6 plus 7? Or 16 plus 7?
20.
Yeah, 23.
23.
This really shouldn't be that hard.
6 plus 7 is 13, and then we've just got 10 more.
And then it,
Or you could say to yourself,
Yeah.
if I take 4 out of this 7, it takes 4 to get the 16 to 20, and then there's 3 more to get it to 23. All right, what do I do next? How do I finish this, Brooklyn?
divide 2x by 2, and then divide 23 by 2, which equals 11.5.
Not super pretty, but not the worst fraction ever.
Number 2 isn't pretty. For how
Oh, well, a lot of these aren't pretty. I've been really open with the fact that, like, all numbers are legal in these. All right, you guys ready for number 8?
Yeah.
Number 8 has a unique first step. Okay, there are only 3 of these, and I'm doing one of them for you. So we have 1/3 x minus 6 equals negative 2x. How many of you woke up this morning and you said, oh my gosh, if only I could add and subtract with more fractions in these linear equations, I would be more fulfilled as a human being than I am now.
No.
Anybody? Anybody?
I didn't even think of cut.
How many of you hate dealing with fractions?
Me.
How many of you would like to get rid of this fraction?
Me.
Okay, let's
Wait,
do
there's
it.
Evan, you
Well-
have 2 people?
Yeah.
I have 2 people now. Yeah.
Dang.
Okay, Brooklyn, I want you to just pause and watch, and I'll teach you how to get rid of that fraction first step. Now, this is an ordinary two-step linear equation, right? We could do this in 2 steps, but it has a fraction. So I'm actually going to add in a 3rd step to make the rest of the problem easier.
Okay.
Do you want to deal with fractions to have you a 2-step, Brooklyn?
Get rid of the fraction.
Let's get rid of the fraction. What is a fraction, really?
One
yeah,
division.
decimal.
Fancy division problem. What undoes division?
Multiplication.
What are we dividing by here? 3. So we're actually going to multiply this whole thing by 3 to get rid of that division problem. But if I do it on one side, I actually have to do it on the other. And I have to do it to every term. So I have to use my rainbows. Okay? So what is 3 times 1/3 x?
Just 1.
What's 3 times 1/3?
1.
1. So then I end up with 1x. I'm going to choose to not write the 1. Could I write the 1?
If you want to.
If I want to, I choose to have it be invisible. And then what's 3 times -6?
Negative
Don't know.
18, right?
Negative 18. Hopefully, Brooklyn, you're able to do 3 times 6 if you're in this class. Toss that out.
6 times 3. Then I can do it.
All right, whatever you need. All right, and then we have negative 2 times 2x times 3 over here is what? What's 2 times 3?
5.
It's going to
Oh.
be negative 6x.
It's going to be negative 6x.
No. Think of it. Oh, add the x to the 6x. Oh no, you subtract it. Never
We
mind.
subtract it because it's positive over here. So we're going to subtract this x from both sides, which is great. We end up with negative 18. What's negative 6 minus 1?
I don't know.
Negative 7.
Negative 7.
Negative 7x. Do you guys remember how we reviewed addition and subtraction of negatives before we started this unit?
Yep.
This is why we reviewed that. All right, I have a negative 7x equals negative 18. Sticks of destiny. What's my last step? Andy, what's my last step? Divide by 7
That is
or negative 7. Don't lose your negatives. And we get x equals, what's negative 18 divided by negative 7?
positive.
I don't know.
Positive 2.5.
It's 2.57.
Number.
It's 2.5.
Why is it positive? We've got negatives. Why is it positive?
Because when you
Because two
divide the
negatives
negative.
equal a positive.
When we divide 2 negatives, we get a positive.
Hey, this really isn't that bad.
It's not that bad if you take it one step at a time. If you look at it and you try to do it all in one step, you're going to poop your pants. Can any of you do this in your head?
Actually, if you tried really hard and used your fingers, yes.
Yeah, don't do it in your head.
My head's the smartest tool.
Actually,